6:14, time now to say good morning to Mike Eppel for the latest in business news. But before we get to business itself, we're going to get to the business of Christmas, Mike. Because I know for you, it is the most wonderful time of the year. I saw a tweet yesterday. You love it.
I am all in this year.
Yeah, just this year.
I'm like, well, yeah. Maybe as I get older, maybe I'm getting more sentimental or something, or maybe I just need a seasonal boost or something. I don't know. Got my Christmas lights up, got the winter tires on yesterday. CHFI is all Christmas. I'm ready to go.
You're ready.
Ready to go.
We had this conversation with Sid. Do you have a favorite Christmas carol? Do you have a fave?
A Christmas carol or Christmas song? Oh my goodness!
Just a song.
Why do you hit me with these things?
Okay, we can get to the rest of business. You think about it.
You know,
come back at the end.
The Bing and David Bowie.
Yes. Yes.
Mashup is always good. You know, there's a bunch of them.
Okay, I feel like you're more George Michael, but okay.
Yes.
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas.
That's what I felt.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I was going to guess for you.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
That's a good one.
Okay, speaking of Christmas and Christmas shopping, so quarterly earnings coming in later today from some big retailers, and what does this mean for the Christmas holiday season?
Well, I think it also shows some retail trends that have been developing over the course of this year, Tammie. The earnings just in actually from Home Depot, home renovation leader, better than forecast. As what have we seen in the real estate market this year? Well, sales have slowed down. People are staying put. So even in the midst of rising interest rates, what are consumers doing? They're kind of doing what they did during the pandemic. They're investing back in their properties. So they're spending a little bit more on home renovation projects. So Home Depot actually saw sales increase year to year, and earnings are above forecast. Stocks up here pre-market. Coming up, Walmart will be reporting results this morning. Walmart's already warned that they're seeing a shift in spending trends from people just having to, have money to pay for the basics as opposed to discretionary spending. So they've actually seen some inventory backlogs, if you will, with more items sitting on shelves, which could actually lead to some discount prices. So we'll get more details there. And then we've got the whole inflation scenario this morning. Coming up, we'll get another look at U.S. Producer price inflation. That's before it hits the consumer level of the economy. Tomorrow, Tammie, we'll get the Canadian inflation report for October. And do not be surprised if we see a headline north of 7% again, because gas prices last month went up a little bit, and food prices, well, they are still continuing at lofty levels.
Still way up there. You're talking about some of the shelves staying full with some of the stock. How about shelves being empty? No stock of children's medication, especially when it comes to pain relief, fever relief. But Health Canada says a plan is now has been activated, and there's shipments on the way.
Yeah, it's just been frustrating for so many parents out there trying to find either children's Tylenol or children's Advil or the no-name brands or what have you, because the supply has been nowhere near the demand. As it has been explained to me, look, you've got the RSV and the flu and the cold coming on much more than anticipated. We've seen that in the hospitals, seen this, pretty much across the board for kids in schools. So parents did what they would be expected to do. They went out and bought up the products, for kids' cold and flu treatments. The problem was when looks like the initial estimates for cold and flu season, when the manufacturing projections were made earlier this year, they thought it would just be maybe a normal year, and the supply has greatly been below the demand level. So we've seen store shelves empty and people going across the border to get various products. And even, anecdotally in Buffalo or in Port Huron, a lot of the retail brands, retail shelves there are empty as well. So Health Canada's changing some of the rules to allow for English-only packaging, for example, to import it from the United States. Right now, by law, it has to be in both English and French. But at the same time, does this indicate the need for more domestic manufacturing, Tammie? We've got Johnson & Johnson, one of their plants is in Guelph, and they're running at max capacity. Some of the other production of this is coming out of Manitoba, a little bit out of Quebec, but a lot of it's imported, and we get hit here. The Canadian market just not seen as being large enough And a lot of it goes to the United States or Mexico or elsewhere. Now we have to import more of it to meet supply.
Yeah,
or meet demand.
I can vouch for that demand for sure. Just empty shelves staring at me every time I go to the drugstore for sure. Mike,
what a frustration.
It is frustrating for sure. We're out of time this morning. Thanks for joining us. We'll chat with you tomorrow again.
Thank you.
All right.